Start the timer please in 3, 2, 1, now. So it'll be a small change in that out compared to what Slow used to do back then, since you might be not used for this. The old route we used to do in this game was that we got a grinder, which is a different car, and then use the leftover cash to buy engine upgrade, and then use the horsepower glitch to stack up horsepower of the car. We actually found out that for the first part in this game, for the bronze races, it's better to actually buy bullet and do this specific track, which I sadly don't remember the name anymore. It's probably some, bunker or something like that. It's basically better to get bullet and do this one race stock, because the car later on is much more faster when it's upgraded. The only reason why it wasn't used before is because, well, you have no cash once you buy this at the start, and thus you can do the horsepower glitch since the very first race.
Yeah, this is interesting actually, because I just found out, well, not just, but like a week ago, that this is a new strategy that's implemented. But I see the logic in that. Yeah, you take the shortest track. This is the shortest track out of the 3 you can choose
Exactly.
at the start, so you get the money as fast as you can and upgrade the car. But yeah, this is interesting. I want to see. I know that bullet overall is better because the suspension is better on it. It just lands a lot better than the grinder does. So one of the big things in this game is that you want to avoid getting the car damaged as much as possible.
Yeah, I just screwed it up. It's actually funny you mentioned that, because my 80% PB right now, which is 207, I wasn't actually upgrading suspension at all. Silver and gold gear class. Then I just did, and I was just amazed how well the cars can actually handle small bumps, which with stock suspension is almost impossible.
Yeah.
It's straight everywhere.
This game, like, I love the physics of this game. It really gives you a feel of the car's weight, and all the objects you interact with also have weight to them. And if you crash into objects, you will certainly feel the effect. Mostly it's not a good effect, and you want to usually avoid hitting objects, but one of the mechanics of this game is that if you crash into objects, you get nitros.
I just got the perfect starting position, by the way, like on the left, and I just, okay, I built what enemies, so okay, it's this one. On the specific track on the amateur run, which is the one I probably grinded the most for whatever reason. It's actually the best if you get starting position on the very left of the track, so you can go for that white fence. And I'll just interrupt you one more time with one line, which was, you could see me in the main menu buying engine part, and then just pressing enter and exiting up there. For whatever reason, that just adds up horsepower to the car. And so we do it over and over again until we reach basically the limit of the car.
It basically works like it was a bug that they noticed right away, and it was fixed in the version 1.1. Yeah, but in the 1.0 version, it's still present, of course. Yeah, and it basically works that you buy an upgrade, and then if you exit upgraded your car like +1 horsepower, if you go back to the menu, then it adds another horsepower, and then you need to do it like 100 times, and then you will get 100 more horsepower. That's essentially the glitch, but of course we upgrade the car much more than 1 horsepower, and you basically need to do the glitch like initially you need to do it like 6 or 7 times. I'm not sure actually.
I don't know. I'm just doing it until I'm sure it's fine.
But later in the run, it's really just
it's just like 2. So
once or twice before each track, and it takes no time. It takes no time.
You could just, by the way, there was a scaffolding or whatever is the word for it, building some construction sites in the middle of the track. I always see that for the second lap because it gives insane amount of mouse, but sadly I knocked it down side here is slowed down as well, which is a new one to me. So this will
Yeah.
be very slow by amateur.
Usually they don't knock out the left side.
That one's actually the very first time it happened to me. I've never seen that before.
That's the quote of all speedrunners, I think. On every single stream that you watch. That's never happened before. that's just the thing that always is being said, I think. But yeah, I haven't really. I remember I tried the bullet, but I think I just threw away the idea because, well, it didn't have any upgrades, and I didn't believe it would be that much faster to like regain. But,
it's
yeah.
stock state. It's really like not fast, but the thing of the first track as well is that it like, also doesn't allow you to go very fast. There's like jump shortcut and stuff, and you gotta slow down very fast. So I think
Yeah,
actually
that's true.
this did it once with like upgraded grinder and the stock bullet, and the difference on that track between those two is just 10 seconds, which the bullet just makes up for on the other 8 pretty easily.
By the way, what did you take this track next?
I'm just doing that in order, like.
No, so there's no like reasoning behind it. It's just
It's just
how
on the
you.
very
Okay.
first track. Just,
I was just thinking maybe there's some
no,
upgrading
it's pretty
scene
much
there or
just
something.
only change I can think of.
Okay.
I myself don't buy like any tire upgrades and suspension upgrades for bronze class cars.
Yeah, that's true. I believe I didn't as well, but yeah, like
And if I know later on that for silver and gold, it's a must if you want to be able to go fast and not destroy your car on every single small jump.
well, this game really like because of the damage model it has, like the slightest damage you take for your suspension can really lose you a lot of time,
The
and
wheels just become also shaky and you
yeah,
won't be able to like set it midair and stuff.
yeah, that's very annoying. I hate that, and it happens to the wheelbase that your
Just try to take
wheels
a little
are
bit very
driven
shortcut,
by
by the
yourself.
way. And I backed up, so I can see already. Okay, never mind. Got through. Basically, you can go and pick in those trees like even faster, but I never do that because I just always crash in that.
Yeah, you need to get used to that. But yeah, you certainly got away with it this time, luckily.
Luckily, that was very close to being launched out of the car.
That's certainly not what you want to do. But although it probably wouldn't damage your suspension, so that's a good thing. I believe that the worst thing you can do is damage your suspension, especially if you damage the like your power wheels, your power like the wheelbase that drives your car. Essentially, if you're rear wheel drive, then if you damage this rear suspension, your power won't be transferred nearly as good, and it will be a horrible time and a lot of time loss.
There's also one more thing, which like because I was talking and stuff, I wasn't concentrating, but you can see all these tires at the side of these on the track. You basically want to knock them down as much as possible without running directly into them because then you get stuck. Because they give you a lot of nitro. But sadly, I just wasted all of that in one lap. I wasn't really thinking about it, so.
Yeah, that's true. There's another aspect to this game, and it's the nitro management and figuring out when's the best time to use it and when's the best time to pick up it. One thing that this game maybe lacks is decent AI, in the sense that it's not really difficult at all, this game.
Yeah, it's, you won't really have fun beating it at all. Unless just exactly a lot of damage to the car happens when it's actually really slow. Happens to me later on some of the Finch, I think it was like Finchley Challenge or something like that, that track when it later on like lots of bumps. Where the car just wouldn't accelerate anywhere at all. Then I actually managed to end up second once or twice, but otherwise it's not good.
Like you can literally just finish the game with the bronze car
Yeah, it's
with
not
the
a
maxed
zero percent.
upgrades. Like I remember I tried to beat it with the blocker, and I actually managed it. But the only tracks that you actually need, like that are challenging when driving usually are the tarmac tracks. So they usually drive there a lot better because you have traction and they don't make as many mistakes, and they usually give you some sort of challenge, but not if you drive the same category car, then it's still easy.
It wasn't the best, but it's decent.
By the way, what about the camera angle? Do you like it this close? Or do you always use it this?
I haven't really like thought about it. I don't usually use like the close cam in racing games, but okay, this is bad. This is real bad. You don't really want to go through that again, but I just tend to do it because I never take this content properly. But if
It's
you wanna,
really a gamble, and it
yeah,
can work out pretty well.
that's the
I,
problem.
I
And I already like was going terribly into it, so
yeah. One thing that I can really like notice is that all the jumps you take, you can just fully accelerate through the jumps with the bullet. It looks like, at least.
yeah, it doesn't get damaged there. That was
Yeah.
something I actually remember when I used to use the grinder and then
Yeah,
I
that's
had to break down before the jumps and stuff. And
exactly. Yeah. Now I see where the time comes from, all the time saves. Because yeah, this jump, okay, I'm sort of delayed, but yeah, all the jumps you take, essentially, the bigger jumps, give you extra time, as in
exactly.
compared to grinder. Actually, you can see it here. Although you can't compare it, but like this game is like it's very nice that they have this glitch, the horsepower glitch, because otherwise it would be
Like really slow and tiring.
yeah, it would be
Kind of stuff.
So this just kind of gives this game like a big boost, and it's much more fun to run. I would say that the bronze is the most boring, honestly, because it's still not that fast. But when you get into silver,
Yeah, then
it's
it becomes
already
interesting. Actually, like I always okay, what am I doing? I always used to hate silver, especially because that's where the icy tracks started getting really
I
bad.
was thinking you would say that, yeah.
But like, if you just take on the guards, then I think the silver guards are the best. They are not as fragile, but at the same time, they're the most enjoyable ones to drive.
Well, I like the sound of the gold cars more, but yeah, the silver ones are pretty much like the same speed already, especially speed double that you take. I assume you will take
Yeah,
speed
I
double.
take speed level,
Okay.
but then I always that's something I wanted to ask you later on because I've noticed that I think you used ranker 1 in gold, where I just use blade honestly, just because it has the most horsepower. Like, what was the reasoning behind that? Is it like because the car is more stable, or
Could you repeat that? Like, what do you mean? Which one?
when you like reached the gold races part? I think you used ranker 1 as your car.
What? I believe that's not the case.
I mean, definitely wasn't
Ranker.
blade. It was something else then. Or I don't remember exactly.
Oh, you mean gold? Okay,
gold,
you
gold.
mean okay. Sorry, I was thinking about silver. Yeah, in gold I take the one, not the one with the most HP horsepower. But
Yeah.
how was it called? I forgot.
I don't remember exactly as well. I think it's like machine gun or something like that called. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
And I
we'll
know,
see.
I know
Probably,
it has
'cause-
like one more horsepower, but at the same time, it's much more heavier. So
Hmm.
I just always use the
I'm
same blade for
wondering.
that.
Yeah, I don't take blade because of the suspension, I believe. It doesn't have a
I
screw.
might actually go for a different car as well because that's been something. That's also, as I mentioned, like how I lost because the car just got damaged so much because of that,
Yeah,
and it was
exactly. Like
especially with blade.
I think, or yeah, I think because I can't say for sure, but this track that you're driving right now, I did the individual run with the blade,
You did.
right?
I know you did.
Yeah. So essentially, blade is certainly faster, but you really need to not like damage your car,
Yeah,
and
it's like
it's much easier.
it's not consistent. It's
Yeah.
just
I believe later on, if you become like good enough and you can consistently not run into things, then you can probably take a blade and just go through it like that. But let me see. I'll just check what's the name of that car.
sure.
The
Okay, well, I must have gone into the upgrade menu. I'm so used to that because that's like a fun fact when I named the rest of the marathon running this. It was just the boost class and it was for Czechoslovakia marathon. And actually I remember that I used to describe the glitch incorrectly there because I thought you need to buy a new horsepower part every single time you basically do the glitch. And so
yeah.
I'm just kind of used to it, always going into the tuning menu at this point.
Mm.
By the way, there's one more thing we haven't like Dale mentioned, and that's whenever you create you say you have two like driving models to pick from. You have normal and you have professional. Okay, that's wonderful. You definitely don't want to go professional, at least if you want to go fast. It's, it's just, I'm not a fan of that at all. The car is so much under control and everything.
Yeah, it's it's quite hard to control if you're using keyboards, but I believe it's just a matter of getting used to it. But yeah, I tried to really test it and see would it be faster or slower to use the professional or normal, and it kind of seems like you can more precisely control your steering, right? Because it just turns a bit slower. It seems so.
I mean, the truth is, when I use professional controls, I was just unable to take a single corner, so
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
that's.
really tell that.
You need to get used to it, but yeah, essentially it's not faster. Maybe it could help in some situations where you can take more precise turns, but yeah.
It's just like, just saying that it exists in a game in case someone didn't know, but no one really used it. No one really bought it all the times and everything. It's just never done like.
Oh, by the way, I didn't actually notice. Did you pick the automatic or the manual?
I'm using manual.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, because I believe I did my run with the automatic.
Okay, that's just
Yeah,
stupid.
Yeah, that's just stupid, and that just means that you can easily beat it as well.
It's just
Good.
no. I mean, it just happened to me right now by like touching the
Oh.
side of the car.
Yeah, I
Actually
yeah.
didn't know that you were using like automatic.
Yeah, I did then, because that was pretty much my I believe that was my second 80% run, and the second, and that was it. I didn't run it anymore. So I haven't run this game that much, to be honest.
It's still quite crazy how, despite that, all the times are just so far ahead of us.
No, I don't know. Like, I'm happy to see that the bronze is looking better with bullet. That there's some
We actually have
improvement.
like a relatively good number in there. It's just absolutely crazy. In case you noticed, Dingle.
Yeah, I actually recently just checked the
He
leaderboard to
he
see.
almost got sub 29 on modes races, which is absolutely crazy. It's just
Yeah.
something unthinkable of not so long ago.
It's good to see that people are coming in, because it's been quite a silent
Yeah, it's always
community.
been like relatively dead game. It's been always just pretty much run by techniques now later on.
Mm.
And then just the Dingle join in, Ryan join in, and the leaderboard just kind of is much more alive.
Yeah, it kind of gives you motivation to almost return. But let's see. This game is just really good. I enjoy it. Running it really requires you to concentrate pretty much all the time if you don't want to mess up.
Just before like anyone, because I know the graphics might look a little bit weird, but that's because I'm literally right now playing on the lowest details possible. If I turn on, everything back on, it actually looks pretty nice. It's not just these textures on wheels and stuff. But the only reason why I'm doing it could have been seen in the track kind of forest where I try to go between the trees. This is much more visible, much more easy to read, at least for me.
Oh, that's actually good point. I was wondering why did it look like that? Because I didn't even notice it looks worse, honestly.
You can literally see on the car how it like.
Yeah, I
clearly
can
it's
now
just
see that you can't
blurry
read
and-
the
Yeah.
text. But this game looks really, really good for the release date. It was 2005.
Exactly. Like, even at this state, which is the worst details, it actually came out in 2004, and it looks like very good for that time.
Yeah, it really looks amazing, and the damage model and everything. It's really for its time. It's a really, really advanced game.
It was like also pretty unique concept at the time, since I can't really like. Of course, there are no other games where you can just launch your driver into a and dartboard and
Yeah.
stuff. But even then, like this kind of like, how should I call it, semi-rally with knocking down objects, digging at and stuff. Like this is 2000s. It was just street racing games everywhere. This just popped up.
So if anyone doesn't know, these like the developers of this are the same ones that created Wreckfest as well. So if you know that game, then you can see where the inspiration comes from. This is essentially their successor to the FlatOut series.
In case like if you wanna definitely modern FlatOut or something like that, go for Breakfast. For the love of God, don't go for FlatOut 3 and 4. Those are not the same developers anymore.
That doesn't represent anything.
It's worst rated game on Steam for a reason.
It looks worse than this game, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. That came out in 2011, so there's 7-year difference, and just.
And it ran like it ran so badly as well.
Yeah, that one's just terrible. The FlatOut 4 is actually like a little bit better, but it's still like very mediocre. Nothing special about it, nothing memorable. It just exists.
Yeah. I haven't actually tried it, but from what I saw, it looks too arcadey.
Yeah, I haven't tried it either, but just like you can see it already. Even from the way the cars like moves and how the game is being played, it's just.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really know like many nitro spots on this map actually on the fire grassland, so I know there are those battles and stuff which I already knocked down.
Yeah, there is one of the billboards.
That's the only one I know.
The risky one. It's quite risky to take it. So maybe we need to slow down a bit.
It's probably not this one. What is it? The one on the right here?
It's not that one you already crashed into now.
I knocked down all of them, but like I said, just the billboards and stuff. I know there are the battles and everything, but.
I mean, there's one billboard that's like on the third corner where the construction work, where it's like the.
No, then I put that one up. So
Yeah,
from the
but
start,
it's weird because usually in my route, this tarmac track kind of made me feel that it's close to the end of the round of the bronze races. That yeah, you're taking
yeah,
different
we are here
route.
for for another hour and a half.
Yeah,
This is basically
this is
the second last one bronze, I think. After this, there will be just bunker challenge or something like that, which is a terrible track, and I hate it.
yeah, that really is a bad track. I hate it as well. Like, I hate it with the grinder because you take a lot of damage, but with a bullet maybe it's a bit better.
I've actually noticed you do a little funny thing on the very last lap. So I won't say
Oh.
what it is, and I'll try to do it
Okay,
as
yeah,
well this time.
that's for a surprise.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think it certainly saves time if you have enough NOS.
it does, but like I never thought of even doing that.
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. Like all the tracks are pretty well made. Like they look good. There's a lot of things to crash into. There's a lot of shortcuts you can take. That there's another glitch in the game that the game says that you're out of the track and you need to reset your car, but actually you don't need to reset your car.
We'll
And
actually
it still
encounter that
tracks
one
you.
later on because I'll definitely go for some of them.
Yeah,
They're also like very risky because in this game usually when you like really cut the track in places where you should have been, it'll just show like press reset and it will show arrow in the distance. And if you even then go through like through the finish lines and stuff, it won't count, you just have to go there. But there are certain places where it basically says this, but it still counts your progress if you know, won't cut it as much and cut it in specific spots. But at the same time, if you manage to crash, then you get respawned on the place where you basically cut the track.
Mm.
And that can be, if you do it like at the very start of the track, for example, that can be one map extra for you, just because of that. It's really risky to do. Like one of the spots is on this track. I might actually go for it just to showcase it, but I never did it in a normal round before. And it's basically in between these trees. I think it's like here. Okay, no, it's more on the left. This was okay. I mean, that one was still done only just like have smaller impact than for the car drop, I think. It's not like short.
Exactly. Yeah, that was essentially what I wanted to do there.
And
When
I
I
just
tried to
got
find a
destroyed
better
by
route.
the thing.
But yeah, this is the last track of the bronze races, and then we move on to a bit more action-packed racing.
Exactly. And with those tracks. With icy tracks.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at those. Like, you will definitely see me crashing out and an engine on fire and stuff. Because that's
No.
just...
I hope not. Ice on the ice tracks, like having your car damaged is like even worse than in any other track.
Okay, that wasn't good, but I just did it anyways. Okay, I'm not sure if I knocked down the tires here in the back while I was talking, and I did. Okay. Well, then let's stay. Okay, no, that was terrible again. Never mind. Gonna times the chart next lap. By the way, in case you're like ask me or slowly some questions, I've got chat open. No problem. I can see
Yeah,
that
exactly.
at this point there's just plenty of people.
I also don't like this track because it's pretty long. It If it would be a bit shorter, it would be a lot more.
Yeah,
Well,
I
it
can
wouldn't be
see.
as annoying as it is
I can see the
right now.
split won't be like perfect, but maybe it is sub 41, which is like okay, considering it's a marathon round. And I did plenty of mistakes, honestly. I was just driving around, not really driving fast, just surviving at this point. And that's another mistake. That's what I was talking about. Like you don't really want to go into the tires like that because then you get stuck in them. You really just want to hit it gently into the side of a car or something. I'm not saying here on purpose because I'll try to save at least some remaining stuff. Or to find a shortcut on the last lap. Let's see. Almost. You can pretty much jump over that fence straight into the finish line. Okay, so now that we
Yeah,
finished,
that was close.
now that we finished the, hold on. Now that we finished the bronze races, we unlock silver cars and stuff. Actually, just to be sure, because I know how much I'm crashing. God damn it, I knew this will happen. There we go, first ice track. Also like that to shift the second gear, I'm not sure what it actually helps, but I feel like reduces the wheel spin and stuff, so... Yeah, you can see me on ice track.
Like, usually I remember I straight away put it in the third gear from the start.
Never did it on the third gear, but I'm not sure if... Okay.
I think the power is enough in this car.
Okay, that's amazing. This is exactly what I'll do on ice tracks, by the way. Just destroy my car on first lap. Not because it's a strat, it's because I can't drive on these.
Yeah, this car is not very durable as well. It's pretty fragile. Compared to the Bullet, it's a lot more fragile.
Another small like shortcut is through these. Okay, I knew that will happen. Another small shortcut is through these wooden houses, through these parts. There we go. Always used to use the nose here for putting it just like this, pulling myself into the corners since
Yeah,
I
you
really
can use.
With the lack of traction here, I'm just not good with it.
Yeah, you can always use NOS to rescue yourself from difficult situations. If you take the corner wrong or you're about to crash out of the track, you can use NOS to maybe save yourself and pull you. It will pull you kind of out in the direction you're facing.
Okay, my engine's on fire now. You could see these like arrow things that are supposed to tell us where to go. The worst thing that can happen on these is that you can get stuck on them. You just crash into them. You have to restart. It's super annoying. Yeah, I know that will happen. Once again, apologies. This is as far from speedrun as possible, but I'm really not good on these tracks.
It's fine. It's really not easy to keep your concentration for the run and not to crash, and like a good run already counts if you don't crash.
Also, you can see already how the wheels are shaking stuff, and also as we mentioned, now that I go mid-air, I won't be able to accelerate. You can just hear the total silence. The drops are slower this way and everything, and this just happened. Okay, that's nice.
I hate driving with a damaged car like this. It's so so annoying.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you're losing so much time by driving this.
Anything about it, just...
And if you look at the damage model, like this is really good. Like,
you can also hit the wooden thing on the left right now, but I'm just almost having no control of this car at this point.
Honestly, it looks like it will fall apart in just a second. Like,
Okay, I made it to the finish line. That's amazing. Alright, this is exactly where actually. Oh no, this is the track. Yeah, okay, this is the track. Yeah, this is the track where I'll show you what we were talking about. With the arrows and stuff. This is it. I can see it says press reset out of track, but I can still continue like easily. It still says that I'm first, and if I'll go through the next lap, it actually counted. However, when I just do some sort of mistake and I'll crash out, then it'll actually restart me at the start of the lap, which is an optimal.
actually, I can give you some info on that. If you press it once and then you press it again, it will actually put you back where you were initially.
I was actually wondering this because I've always noticed you were like double restarting.
Exactly, yeah. If you do the double restart, it.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
That might save me a lot of time actually. I was always
Oh.
afraid to do these because yeah, I can see lap 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
Actually counts
Also, you can tell if you're first. If you're still first when you cut the track, then you can tell that
yeah, by the
this kit
position.
has worked
By
and
the position as well, yeah. Like once you see that you're getting second and third and falling down, then just don't bother with finishing the track.
yeah,
Also,
just double reset.
you can cut this airpin as well over the hill. I just missed it for the second time.
Yeah, this is usually a risky spot. Well, not usually, but
I never had like problems with it when I tried it, but this time I can't even get like good entry into it. You can also notice that it's not like exactly, but it's similar to a track we've done already, but reversed. And that's because later on in cold races and stuff, there will actually be bronze tracks, but reversed, not reserved. You will actually see the fairgrass run and Bayamate run just done in the other direction and stuff like that. It's just similar, but it's not like something we did yet.
yeah, the track's design is essentially that you have. I believe that's the case, at least in most of the maps, that you have a large map and
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
divided into multiple tracks, and essentially if you drive this track you can go to different tracks right now. Well, of course it's you can just explore essentially and see all the other tracks as well, because they're there, and you can drive on them as well. They're all
just
here.
use that as an example. Like we've seen the run before us. That was Travel Racing, I think, whatever one of those. And I sadly don't remember right now who done it, but he mentioned that it's pretty much the same case here. You can just exit this track and just drive around here and find different parts of the track. It all just takes place on one large map, and it just picks different corners from the tracks and stuff.
Yeah, just different routes and.
Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Now, why don't we challenge? I think this one has actually a very okay. This is not the one. But I know there's one that has a very annoying, huge jump. And the start notices it. And what this is definitely this jump right here. It's always where I used to destroy my car. I just take it somewhere wrong.
Yeah, this jump is. I usually slow down there as well, because otherwise you damage your suspension, and that's really not what you want to do.
It's probably already what happened. It's sadly one of these things when you have I'm not sure what they're called, but you just saw this thing you go under with the arts on it and stuff. Sadly, if you get the side of it, no matter how fast you go, you're most likely gonna get flashed out.
Yeah, that really sucks. It kind of draws you in if you hit some sort of barrier that's not an object you can move and destroy. it will just pull you in, kinda. If you hit a tree,
exactly. That's why
you
I
won't
already
bounce
like
off it. You will
I was
it
going
will just
closer.
eat you, and
Yeah.
kind of ends.
You can also see how my left rear window is already shaky, which means it's destroyed. It's bad.
Yeah. It's better than both of them being destroyed, but
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, this is still okay, but it already tells us that the second part of the car is damaged. This is still light damage, though. It's still okay.
Yeah, I don't actually have the game audio on, so I can't tell by the sounds. But usually you can tell how much damage
Yeah, the
car has
sounds
taken
will
by the
also like
sounds.
start stopping eventually. Will go like
Yeah,
for the limited engine sound commentary, but in real. Oh no, okay, that's not something I wanted to do. That was very stupid. Just by the way, you didn't get any engine sound in this jump. The car is still fine. That's just because I wasn't sitting there. Just to be sure, like once again, that's a pretty big jump and it damages the suspension quite a lot if you do it without caution.
we'll see a lot of big jumps on the last track in the gold category.
I actually don't. Oh no, I know. Yeah, that's the sideline thing again.
Yeah, that's the worst track.
That one's absolutely terrible.
It's just you can't actually, I think, survive that track without a burning engine or something. If you want to go fast, you just have to take damage.
And I just thought this is a. Yeah, that was my fault. I thought this is already over, so I just went. Stupid mistakes.
Yeah, but you could see there also that when he hit the barrier, he got flung out of the car. Although you didn't actually hit your front end, you hit your
I know.
side.
It's still like damaged both left wheels and its back. I like how the the right side of the car is almost as clear as you, just missing the rear view windows, the window and stuff, and the left one is just
Yeah.
completely missed up.
It just tells how many right corners are there on this track. The AI, of course, is just
Stupid.
it's more of a nuisance in this game. The AI, you just need to avoid them, and further on it will get even worse.
Yeah,
Right now you have open tracks.
especially when you left them. They are incredibly annoying.
Yeah, they're even slower, I think.
Yeah,
than the
I
left time.
think so. They just literally just shift to. I need to block you more.
It might be even that they think that you're actually behind them and they slow down and want to wait for you, although you're lapping them already. It's weird. This jump is in this track. The big jump is nice.
Yeah, I literally
But you
forgot
didn't
what it
take.
is, so you could see me braking a lot there before I realized I could actually go that fast.
Yeah, I think you can go full speed. I
Yeah, I
remember
can
going.
the landing seems like very nice with the wheels and stuff, but I just wasn't sure. That is one thing that you really don't want to risk, like big jumps like that with full speed. If you're
Yeah,
not sure you can take them. Oh, okay, that was very close. And there are suddenly more of these spots on different tracks where the front just takes off. Especially when you're like on the circuit tracks, when you get the rubber thing on the side of them. Those ones love to do it a lot.
the cones are
The
the
cones as
worst.
well, yeah. There's actually one cone on one of the IC tracks in Golden Races where I've actually done like, 3 times. Every single time it clipped me on my roof. And I can guarantee you it'll happen again. It's one and the same cone all the time.
Yeah, you really always when you drive over the cones, you're anxious and you're thinking if you will actually make it alive
I mean, these small
if you
countries,
start
like
to.
triangular ones, they are still okay, but then you've got like bigger ones, the ones that are tall. And
I
those
don't
ones,
know, these small ones also are
they can
pretty
do,
annoying.
yeah, they can do damage, but they're still like better for me than the tall ones.
It's not really consistent, so you can never really expect it to. Well, with the small ones at least, but as you said, the big ones, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. Which of the
It's
cones?
actually, it's actually the tall one is not like. I'll show you because I know I'll get back on it again, and it's like the one that's close to the entrance, or like basically where you got the shortcut with the wooden house. I would go next to it, you know, and then there's like that small jump over it and stuff. And there was the thing called like the terrace
Well,
or whatever.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. That's amazing. That jump is just so satisfying, especially with the engine screaming like that.
Yeah, it's not often that you can actually take jumps full speed and full acceleration. So this is one of the few you can actually drive full speed, and it's a big one.
Stupid AI again. One more thing, like some of you might notice. Okay, get back now, MRGU. A lot of these cars in FlatOut are modeled or inspired after real cars. And in case of this specific car, in case of the Speedo, I'm not actually sure what it is, but I think it looks like the Dodge Challenger gold one. You see that especially in like golden races, you'll see the similarities in the cars. And
I haven't actually thought about that too much.
I
Because
mean,
they
I know
look
because
unique enough, at least some of them. That
I
I
know a
never
lot of
could
them,
really
like they
tell.
are really like similar to the American muscle cars and stuff.
Yeah, that's only
There is
like.
one little nice shortcut over here. There's actually, you know, you usually have to go in the corner around there, but you can just go through the fence. And
It's
it
quite
actually
risky, actually, that one.
it is, but it also like has a pretty big reward for it.
Yeah. Well, the first time you need to take it a bit more, a bit slower. So the second time you can go full
Oh,
speed.
that's just
So
yikes. That's another. Yeah, no, this is really bad. Oh no, the steering of the car is already damaged. Like it's already taking me to that side.
well, it's. I think it's better than losing power.
I think that just
Oh,
happened after I crashed
yeah.
again.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
This is not looking good for me at all.
Actually, this game is inspired by the Finnish folk racing, or how do you call it? It's like a.
I know what you mean, but like I don't know the term for it.
Yeah, it's like it's very popular, I believe, in Finland, where you just get very banged up cars and you
Yeah,
literally race like in this game.
yeah, exactly.
There's like it seems
Oh
like there are no
no,
rules. You can just crash it.
that's just unlucky. Yeah, in case like someone didn't know, Bugbear is a Finnish studio, so this game is in fact made by Finns. Why? What am I looking at? Why am I jumping into a tree? Okay, now the car is absolutely beaten up right now. Like the engine is not on fire, but it doesn't matter anyways. This already struggles to live. That's one more like tiny shortcut you can do. Just try to do it from the showcase over here. Yeah, just like that. You can actually go on that small ramp on the sidewall. Just cut it over there, but
Yeah, you.
the sidewalks can be really nasty in this game, especially the sides of it. They can act like a 20 meters tall concrete wall. Okay, don't flip on the roof again, thank you. That was very close. Yeah, this wasn't optimal as well, but luckily I know from my PB how terrible my gold races were. This can still be said.
So you're going for a PB, right?
It's impossible, of course, if I finally don't lose 20 seconds on every single track again. I just really don't know what to expect from myself, since as I mentioned, like, okay, maybe not that. In the beginning, I actually didn't play, not even like start the game in quite some time. And before the restream actually started, I wasn't even able to take a single corner, I was just flying off all the time. Okay, this is a risky shortcut, I don't like that one, but easy move for now.
Yeah, it's a gamble. Like those
Oh,
boxes
these small jumps, so
can also fuck you up there.
okay, that's actually nice. I don't usually take this corner properly, so it's nice to see that I did for once. This is also like one of the tracks where I think we actually do this one in reverse. This specific one.
Oh yeah, I've never really like thought about the reverse tracks and like which one
I
is
know
which.
I know there are two, like, they also like seem very weird to me before I actually realized this is literally just the track I grinded so much, but in reverse. Which actually helped me a lot because you can already like remember the props in a way and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, goddamn. That could have been so nice. Still definitely the improvement since I think I actually remember my exactly total time for this track last time. And it was 3:30, so this should be like 30 seconds faster.
No, so a PB incoming.
I really don't think so.
Well,
I wish, but
well, didn't you say your gold races were not so good?
they were, but at the same time, like, the silver ones were definitely slightly better. And the bronze ones were actually my bronze review, the Verdi review. That's been 100% there. So I was like already a minute behind entering the silver races. Now I don't like, if you can see the minimap, they are stuck, the AI is stuck in there or something. Okay, they actually managed to move. They also like to flip on the roof on this specific part, I have no idea why, but you just see them there a lot, just blocking the road. Now this track as well, this is the 5-on-1, yeah. This one is really like short with long laps. But I've always screwed this one on this one. And it's very cuttable by the way, almost every single track. You can just go with the return on tracks thing. Just
Yeah, this is one of the showcase tracks for that glitch for sure. You can cut a
also
lot
it
of.
has these ugly gates in here at once. Which, yeah, a specific part. Also I like this track, just it's fun to drive, I like it, but at the same time I always screw it up like this.
I honestly don't like any track that's 5 laps.
I really like the first one, but it's fine.
I usually take a lot of damage in this one, so I don't really enjoy it too
That's
much.
what I was talking about, by the way. There you go. You can see that actually first, it still shows up the best reset thing. By the way, hold on, this thing, when it's knocked down, this yellow thing, it's so heavy, just, you wanna avoid that.
You actually said that you ran this game on another marathon before,
Yeah,
right?
I was just in races in Czechoslovakia, speaking of
Oh, bronze races. Oh, why bronze races? Why gold races?
I mean, I just did it because it was like short. I
Ah,
actually
okay.
I tried to do gold races, but I just didn't finish it on them. And it was mostly because I already like sent in FlatOut 2 run, so I just wanted to be like, if I'm going to do the second part, I'll just show where it originated from. Because the second part is much more like fast-paced, the driving mode is different, but at the same time, you can really see like where the game get inspiration from. There are things that don't change, such as corners screwing you, cones screwing you up.
Yeah.
I actually don't like that for once the AI is doing a decent job at catching up to me. They're not even a corner behind, which is pretty rare. And this might get ugly really soon. Luckily, you don't really need to like, win all the races. As long as you're top 3, you can still continue.
Yeah, that's true.
So, should be fine still. There's also like one thing I'm really not used to as much because I played FlatOut 2 so much. And that's always when I take these jumps, I always expect nitro, nitro game. Because in 2, when you're in airtime, you actually gain the nose.
Oh,
That
okay.
just doesn't work in this game.
Yeah. I haven't actually played the second one in so long, so I can't even.
Yeah, that one's just. I did like the second one's a better one as well, but this is just so much more enjoyable to run. Now here's another like risky shortcut. It's here on the left in this gate. It just slows you down a bit. I somehow survived it, and then I can go over, of course. It's my favorite.
Yeah, this shortcut certainly you need to kind of slow down before.
Oh, okay, that was very, very close. I was so close to touching like the side of the doors at the trap and getting past it out again. From the launch out.
Essentially, you can see already what this run is all about. It's about not crashing. And
Yeah, this is definitely, I think I mentioned this when I like wrote the part watching this game recently. This is not as much about fast driving, since you can see that the corner is pretty much the same. It's mostly about consistency.
exactly, yeah.
That of course, and like if you can manage your nitro well, it will save you 20 times more time than if you take a corner well. It's just the corners don't really save as much time as the nitro when you can just gain so much speed all of a sudden.
Yeah.
This is bad. Okay, thank you, Trash. For once you saved me. This is also what I was like talking about, by the way, when I mentioned like the track in reverse. I think this is actually the reverse version of it, of the last one.
Oh right, yeah. I haven't paid to the attention to the
Yeah, I was
reverse
just
track
thinking
as I
that it's
said.
like something different, but I think this is actually like the first one, but it's just same track but reverse.
Yeah, exactly. That's lazy. Bugbear. Although I haven't even paid attention to it honestly, so
I mean, on this specific track it like may be lazy, but on the cold races track, actually the fact that it goes into reverse where like all the traps and holes and stuff is not set up for you, it makes it much more difficult and much more challenging. This one is just, it exists. Oh no, that's the worst thing that can happen. fire, but like I didn't really take damage from my stuff here, so
I like how you crashed and your car drove over you as well afterwards.
okay, now what's the next track? Vergras Cup, okay. I hate this one for one specific part. If there would be the pain, if this track was so buggy, it would be definitely one of my favorites.
Which one is that?
It's, as
Oh.
I mentioned, these rubber things on the side of the road.
Yeah,
You probably know, yeah. Entering this part, it just can take your car off completely. I'm doing it a little slow right now because if you just go there faster, the front of your car just takes off and you're flying away, the car gets absolutely destroyed and stuff. That was very risky, but it worked.
Yeah, this is the track that's is not consistent in driving over that part, certainly. But yeah, here you can see it's a similar track to the bronze.
Yeah, we already have one per grass track. Not. Like that one specific part with the truck and the billboard and stuff like that. That one's the same one. That's like when we talked about the map basically sharing all the tracks and just changing routes.
Yeah, so this is a good example. That jump is kind of blind.
I know we talked about cones and how I said the taller ones are a bigger picture, but I think that was just karma.
I just saw that. Oh my god. Yeah, those are the small cones. Exactly. That's amazing.
Oh, the car is completely destroyed just because of that. That was unlucky.
Oh. You want to avoid them. The cones are just... They're a meme in the FlatOut community, I assume.
Exactly.
It's just you touch them and you just explode instantly.
Yeah, the car doesn't even accelerate me that anymore. It's completely destroyed. But I mean, it's okay. I still have lots of mods left in here, so it won't be as fast, sadly. Also, these stairs on the right are just knocked down. But can usually happen, and what usually happens is that the AI actually knocks it down. And that's also like, when it's knocked down, it's from a forced prop. You can... It's super heavy, it also acts like a ramp, it'll throw your car away from the track completely, it'll destroy you, it's just terrible.
I have a clip of that as well, of the same ladder there.
Yeah, it happened to me a few times.
Did the barrel roll there.
This is what I was talking about, by the way. These things on the side of the track, they can throw you off.
I believe they're curves? Curves?
I mean, that might be. I'm not sure exactly what's the word I'm looking for. It's like definitely closest to it.
But yeah, that's just a buggy track.
I'm actually surprised the AI didn't hit the staircase a single time. Because they really love to do that. That's why I always knock it down first, so I can expect it. It also gives nice amount of noise. Okay, my wrist actually hurts. That's interesting.
Oh, come on, we're only halfway through.
Yeah. Stretching. Yeah, this is, I just love that one. That's exactly what I said, like, the things that you use on construction sites, that one even has like a ladder close to it. When you jump there nicely, you just hit the ladder and you get so much noise out of that.
That's just the full bar of noise. It's very satisfying also, because you just
Yeah,
touch
it's
it
exactly
with
just
your
you don't
one
even
of
get
the
slowed down.
tires.
You just do like
Yeah,
this cool stuff and stuff.
like nothing happened, but you just got full nos.
But at the same time, if you like fly directly into it, it can get pretty nasty as well. It'll definitely slow you down and it might throw you off.
You can also like tell in this track in the first corner, the curbs that in the previous track were fucking are like flinging him over, and you can drive over them normally. In
Yeah,
this track, they're working perfectly fine, and you can
it's just
drive sideways over them. So it's
exactly.
just
It's just that one track that's like really annoying.
yeah. It seems like
I don't even
they
know why
cross
it's
their
that, but like there are certain tracks where, and it's not just these curbs. It's like even like small hills and basically driving issues where you can just get thrown off completely for no reason whatsoever. And I mean, I wouldn't say that they work perfectly on this track as well. They mostly do. But there are once again spots, and exactly as I was talking about, the thing where you get full nose when you knock it down with the lever. Those curbs there, they can throw you into the gate, the curb. Let's get into this what's right now. Iron, whatever. It's what happened last time. Like how the
Mhm.
cone just threw me into that can happen here with the curb as well. And I really hope it won't happen just because I described it right now. It's basically these two with the barrels. They can throw you off as well.
Yeah, I've noticed that, but it's not as
Yeah, it definitely doesn't happen as often.
yeah.
Meanwhile, that last track, that happens all the time.
We're actually like pretty close to the end of this silver.
I haven't even noticed, but like, I think we're actually finishing like the fourth column. There's only like 4 tracks left in this one.
Wait, that many? Oh, I thought it's like the
I'm not. I mean,
only
not.
2 tracks left. Or
Oh, actually, right. Oh, I thought we were still doing like the previous as for so 2 tracks left already. This one's it's okay. Like, I'm not sure. Might be once again like reverse one. Not versus like the other. This is not good. That is stupid. That's what happens when you have a bad start and then get in front of the AI immediately silent.
then it all turns into chaos.
And the car isn't accelerating already with that. So it's already been damaged. And somewhere in here should be the big jump, I think, but from the other side. Although I'm not sure exactly if it's this track or if it's some other one. And it's some other one, this is not it. Okay. I just realized I don't think I'm actually recording this locally. Ah, not mine. Oh, hold on. Back on the track, back on the track. I don't want to go into the forest again.
It's on this channel, isn't it? So
Yeah, I mean, it is streamed and stuff, but like, I thought I'm still having like a local recording because I know Crofty is having like some issues. So it sometimes becomes like glitchy and stuff.
no, okay.
But
Well,
I think I actually forgot to press the recording button. If I didn't, then good for me.
well, I've been watching the stream, so oh, there were a couple of issues, but there were like just
Yeah, I mean,
brief.
I've got it open as well, and it looks fine right now. It looks completely fine. Now I'm going into a little bit outside of the track again. You can also see, like, this is exactly what we're talking about. The car is really beaten up right now. This is bad. This is one of the worst things that can happen when you hit I don't know the word again. I think it's like guardrails. When you hit it like that from its ending.
That's really painful to watch.
I mean, the car is already just once again it struggles to live. At this point we should euthanize it, just look at it. Still pretty okay some races, I feel like. It was the golf thing, the first ice track was as usual terrible, but not as many mistakes otherwise, and this track of course is just terrible as well.
Yeah, I don't really like this track as well. It's
I'm not really a fan of these like forest tracks when they have all those very tight sections and corners in them. It's just
also the first corner is kind of
that
you
was
need
actually-
to literally make a perfect start to avoid the AI.
yeah, there was.
If
And
you,
I really didn't even get like the shifting in.
yeah,
That's also one thing I noticed FlatOut 1 and FlatOut 2 have in common. Sometimes even when you shift up on the start, it just doesn't register it.
yeah, that's interesting. You kind of need to delay it a bit. It's weird.
I'm just usually just spamming the shift and then it does something. Or I mean, the shift up key.
Yeah.
And in FlatOut 2, it's the exact same problem. Okay, amazing. Sadly not the greatest starting position, like we started to the very right, so very close to the guardrail.
Yeah, this is one of the tracks you really can't avoid
Okay.
arguing with the AI.
I just don't quite understand what happened there. I think the game thought like I hit the lamp there, but
Oh yes.
it just afterwards like don't quite understand what was there.
I really try to avoid those lampposts as much as I can. They just work weirdly, and
Actually, I don't have like many bad experiences with them, so I wasn't.
especially on this track, I really don't want to hit them.
I'm kind of sad like my car is damaged so much because I actually really like this track.
Yeah, this one's good. I like the mix between the tarmac and the gravel.
But that lamppost just knocked down in the worst possible spot.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. The knocked down ones can really fling you. And
I can see that now, sadly. But yeah, I will probably clear it up for me for the next time. That's one of the good things about the AI. You can just knock down any dash you want, just get aggro from it, and they will push you to the side of the track. They'll take care of that. Let me see if the lamp is still there, because it didn't really get that far when I ramped it. It's not there anymore, that's nice. Now I can finally knock down that house.
yeah, the house is really satisfying. It gives you a lot of
Yeah,
constant.
it gives a lot of frequency. Which, like, I never actually did it before. Okay. No, just stop. I never really knocked down the house before, but I just wanted to be a little bit prepared for today. So I actually watched your run and I saw you doing it there. That's why I actually did it. This is my first time, and it really is.
It's really consistent. It's not dangerous. It's easy to
It's
ride.
very light. It just
Yeah.
it's better than just going with the corner and put it back there.
Yeah, I
Gotta
think
really
even
got it the other
Yeah, but you can use it as a shortcut afterwards. So.
There was that one unlucky like launch out at the very start, but otherwise this was a pretty okay race.
Yeah.
Definitely not as many mistakes.
Considering it was pretty much impossible to avoid the AI at the start.
And now here's the thing. So you said you used Thresher. That's the car. Okay.
So you use.
I was used Blade, but like I'm not going for it this time.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not it, because as you mentioned, the suspension on it is just terrible, and I don't have a good experience with it. Hold on, why am I doing this so much? I'm not thinking again. This is another one, as I mentioned, like another track you just do from the other side. I think you can do this. This is the one in bronze, the short one, the 3 double.
Oh, right. Wait. Oh. It really looks so different. I've never paid.
They are. I didn't notice them. I picked up on it as well when I first did it. Or like, not first, even more. Like, it took me a lot actually to realize.
Yeah, actually, that's that's a good point. But yeah, you just have to take the Thrasher because
I can tell already the Thresher is so much more stable.
yeah, it's much better than the Speed Devil was the previous one.
Yeah, the second one's better.
Okay, yeah. This one has like very good suspension, so you can take jumps better. And overall,
Sorry,
it's
you know, by the way, in the background, but that's just my parents. Can't do anything about it.
actually I didn't hear anything, sadly.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, I heard it now.
Yeah, okay. And this just what happened right now behind me is something what happens to me a lot when I relate it. The AI, for whatever reason, always fails to take that corner. And then it just slides like that straight in front of me, and this is behind.
There are like a lot of spots where the AI can't really drive properly. You can see it. That they just make the same mistake every lap, so there's just an issue with the AI there.
Yeah, again, you can see again, it just slides around. Just this time, the car in front of me survived, but usually they just turn around.
Yeah, it's interesting sometimes when you enter a corner and suddenly there's a car like driving like in the wrong way, essentially, into you. That's sometimes happens when the AI just thinks it's why not? Let's just drive in the wrong way and crash into others. I must say, like,
again.
it's kind of satisfying to see the car roll like that when you have a car.
I mean, if you're watching, then like, yes. But it's certainly not satisfying for me.
It's nice to see the physics at work.
Oh, goddamn it. Okay, so next track is Red Bull's. This is not one called Knife. Maybe it is actually. I know it's Red Pine track, that's for sure. But I don't think it's this one. Oh no, I think it is this one. This one also has a.
I'm trying to think now. I can't think of any cones.
Yeah, this there. I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. You will see right now which corner it is.
Okay. After this the stream
this
delay.
one was this one. The one on the left, as you can see. On the entrance to this like jump. The one always hit me on my roof. Luckily I didn't even hit it this time, so it's probably because I have better tires and stuff as well. Like, not only did I did all the runs before with stock suspension, also did them with stock tires, which for the ice tracks is probably not the best idea.
I would say that it's much easier to drive on these ice tracks on gold cars. They just have more power and you can pull the car out easily. Well, easier than the silver
This one,
cars.
yeah, and you see it's literally knocked down and it's still like threw me off. That one cone is just infamous for me.
Actually, I think I haven't even had an issue with them before.
For me, it's literally every single time I tried it. Didn't change a single time yet, and I think like, whether that was knocked down, it just threw me off a bit. I think counting as well. There's also one more like very good nose spot that I think it's this snowman here. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, I remember.
There's a shed or
Yeah,
something.
the shed behind it. That was the thing that gives the nose, not a snowman, honestly. Okay, that's just stupid. I just started to think it's not the goal, and that is just again some landing issue.
Oh yeah, there's a bump there. That's
Yeah,
fucked.
that's probably it. Like there is one more on these red wine tracks on this icy road right now. And that would be like a small hill of ice on the side of the track. It just throws you off completely. I'll try to avoid that, but we'll see.
And when you drive these tracks, you essentially just use two gears. At least I do. When I start, I put it into the third and I never shift down.
Yeah, you can see that my driving is just kind of suicidal. Okay, that's definitely intended. It's a new strat.
I've always disliked this track because of those jumps. I've never found a consistent way to drive over them.
It's definitely not my favorite one either. And this is another one I mentioned, the very first track usually do, the Bay Amaterra drones. This is another one, but middle.
Okay, yeah, this one I noticed actually.
This is where I actually like noticed a lot of things that they just do mirror tracks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, same. It's probably because of the weird shape of the track. It's so distinct. You can tell that
It's definitely like much harder when you do it from the other side. I mean, I probably like should have noticed something when all of the billboards are faced the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I didn't pay attention to that.
Okay, I just missed all of the scaffoldings there again. That shouldn't really be a problem.
On these tracks, actually, the AI on the tarmac tracks, they're kind of suicidal often. They really drive much faster, but they just sometimes drive into a wall randomly, and
it's pretty much like another thing I can say they share with the second part, except that it's much more annoying. Like there's an actual rubber band, and the second part basically what happens, especially in street class, which is like the equivalent of cold car scene.
yeah.
It's basically that they just speed up to insane amount of speed, let's say like 300 kilometers per hour. But then they just fail to take the corner and just crash. That happens all the time, and sadly sometimes when they get the speed boost, they take you with them, which is just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it seems like they took some criticism of the first game that the AI was not good enough, it was too easy, so they thought, okay,
Yeah,
rubber banding
definitely. Yeah,
is the way out.
definitely. I mean, it was
And
the second game came out in 2006, and that was definitely popular way back then. Just put in insane amount of rubber band on everything, and
yeah,
the difficulty is just fixed. Especially with like Need for Speed games and stuff.
yeah. The gold class, in my opinion, yeah, is the most fun to run. It's the fastest. It's well, it's not the shortest, but yeah, you drive the fastest, and like it's just satisfying to.
No, I agree, I agree. This track is also a great one. Okay, but can I like get moving?
This is probably the track I've driven the most to get a good time.
That works. Yeah, I've actually seen you like doing this thing on this track very go from underneath the billboard slot. Which
Yeah,
is that's once again like something like the forest track we did today and the shot underneath from the trees. That's just something I'm not confident in I'm doing. The first one here sure, but the second one is just way too risky for my liking.
yeah. You kind of, if you take the wrong entry there, if you don't align your car as you should, then it's pretty bad. It's hard to fix that, and then you can crash. Also, this track is the track that the AI will just randomly brake at the finish line, as you could see in the first lap.
I
It
actually,
just randomly
didn't
brake.
notice that like never. That's interesting.
Oh, they like this is the track I hate most because because of the AI. Like they just get in your way in this track because it's narrow and you can't really avoid them usually that well.
Ah, yeah, then I think I actually had my experience with that. Yeah, you're right about that. I really like this track because of one simple reason, and that's how you can see all those like, I'm not sure I call it like asphalt waves, all these small jumps that just go from one side to another. It's just so satisfying when you line a car up on them, not like this by the way. But like this part, you just go like this, and then like this, and okay, that's wasn't supposed to happen again. And without damage, it's just so satisfying.
But yeah, as you can see, you're crashing, but like this car is still pretty good.
It's definitely durable. Like the blade would have been destroyed already.
Yeah.
It's so fragile car.
But yeah, this is a very quick track. Like I believe you can do it sub 2. I think it makes it the shortest track. Oh, not sub 2. Sorry. What was it? Like 2:30 or something.
And it's possible for sure. If you just don't crash in one lap, I guess yeah. Okay, yeah, this is what you were talking about. I see. Yeah, that already happened to me a couple of times where I just actually like even had to nose them into the finish line because they wouldn't work with me.
Yeah, they just randomly break there.
And this is another one. This is the Fairgrass run from Bronze Glass. The second asphalt track, but the best.
This one I actually, it looks so different that I didn't notice it's the reverse, just the same track. But I like it because, like, with the gold cars, it's really fast, and the AI is actually doing pretty good in the first corner.
Yeah, well, I think I just
Yeah. Well, that should be.
that's just unlucky. That doesn't really happen. But yeah, I felt like what I like about those two when they are reverse is the fact that it really just changes the whole thing completely. just making the track to be like very good to play in one direction, and when you think the other one is just so much more challenging and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I just lost the race. If you can notice, I'm 8th, and it didn't count the lap because how I got pushed out there. It's
Oh,
glitched.
sorry.
It doesn't show the arrow, but it's glitched actually. This happened to me the first time during the run, and first time today during the rust.
Interesting.
I can't do anything about this, sadly. That's just stupid.
Interesting. I haven't actually seen that. I think that.
I haven't, never happened to me before as well. But like when I was derusting today, it actually happened to me once. Basically, the press reset thing without showing up the press reset.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that.
That's well, that's it for like any PB hopes, because it's definitely not gonna happen now. Okay, the cones. I see how it is. At least I didn't crash into a tree, so avoided some damage.
Oh yeah, that was a close call. But yeah, it seems like if your suspension is damaged, there's a bigger chance that the cones can fling you and do bad things to you.
I also love how it's like super easy to hit that billboard from the other side, but from this one, it's just for whatever reason, it's so much more harder.
Yeah.
It's probably because you're entering it straight away from the corner, but still. Okay, at least now it comes to lap and it says I'm first, so that's something.
Well, for now it says you're first.
Okay, if that happens again, then wow. That was just a minute and a half of time was for nothing. Not exactly, because I started it was like 120 something. So once I like basically finished this run, I just for myself, I'll do the final time minus 1 minute for it and see what it could be.
Yeah,
This is like
that makes
actually
sense.
like this is a really stupid glitch.
And then you can blame the game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to Brighton Bugbear support the 2004 game. It's not okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, I knew that would happen. That was a terrible entry.
Don't you say it's going the cold again. Okay, good.
I just can't hit it. Some force field around it or something, but I just can't hit the billboard.
What would you say is your favorite track in this game?
I mean, that's like, I think it's one of the actually very like final one. The Hegel, I think it's called.
Wait, don't you say what?
Uh,
The last one.
not exactly the last one, but I'm like one of these ones in gold. You
Okay.
basically have the city one in Watahu, and then you have city one in Hegel, which is like the farm thing where you go through the places and stuff. And for whatever reason, I did like that one in the junkyard and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean.
And then it's probably like the day I'm again, the very first one. I just spent a lot of time on that one. I like it.
I don't know the tracks by their names, so.
Yeah, I mean, I know like
But-
only half of them.
But yeah, I know which ones you're talking about at least. I know the first one, but that's about it.
I mean, at one point they're always just like the area, like okay, amazing, like Finchley, but add something. Then they just add either challenge or something like that into it.
I actually would say that. Sorry.
No, just go on.
I would say my favorite one would be the farm track that you drove already, the short one, where I said the AI is
Oh yeah.
slowing down. I like it because there's loads of shortcuts. It's basically like the whole track is a shortcut.
Yeah, it's generally comfortable.
Yeah. And it's like in order to pull out, like pull out, oh, not pull out, but pull off all of those shortcuts. It's challenging. Get a
I
good
just
time.
kind of like the fun one because it's also like very difficult challenging. And in certain places it's almost like it's really annoying. But when you do it all properly, that feeling it's wonderful.
Well, you'll need to tell me which one exactly.
I'll show you. They already do
Yeah.
the game. They are pretty similar. Okay, that was smooth. That was very smooth. That was not so smooth.
Yeah, those soft landings are always nice to look at, but not when you crash afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, once I got like landed very nicely, I knew I'll just screw up on the next jump. Now it's like pretty risky as well. You wanna do it slow, but I just went in. Okay, no, I really don't like the car in front of me right now. Now I'm blocked. The car is destroyed already, so there's no way, no reason to worry about suspension and stuff.
I just like the wheels. They're just totally not.
Yeah, they just look like they're going to fall away every single second.
Yeah. I would say this is my favorite ice track. It's pretty fast.
You know, again, because like, you could hear, I couldn't speak for a second.
No, it's fine. We can.
Okay, okay. So, this track is also like one of my favorite ones.
It's very fast.
It's definitely my most like favorite ice track. That's for sure.
Yeah. Same here.
Oh no. This one's also like the best corner if you just slide around at 70 kilometers per hour. But I just went off sadly.
Yeah, this is one of the corners where you actually need to brake. Well, it's not like you don't brake, but it's one of the slowest
I
ones, I'd say.
just went in like, as I said, Alhambra, I was braking out, I just went in like remembering you can just slide around in it. Thought like that's how it will work. Thank you, it was very cool. So this shortcut, like from left side, I just love it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
This
The
part
lamps.
is much worse, this jump with the slope, stone things on the sides of it.
Yeah, I usually take it. I don't drive over the ramp,
Yeah, you can jump close to it.
like on the right side.
Yeah, I saw you doing that, but I just
I honestly thought it's less risky, so
It maybe is, but
I do
like,
it that way.
at least for
'Cause
myself, I'm just once again not confident enough in it. I think it's also like better for the landing because you need.
I honestly kept crashing into the ramp there in the sides, so I thought it's more consistent, but
I'm actually surprised this is a nice track and my engine is not on fire. That's a new one. Yeah, I've seen you doing basically this and on this hill, and yeah, that works as well, of course. But like, I just don't even have good experience with hills and bumps and stuff.
well, usually this car is like consistent with that.
I
So
mean, once
you
again, I
yeah.
use blades, so
Oh, okay, okay.
I just was trying to
So
avoid
you
as many things as possible.
actually, what car did you use in your PP then?
Blade. I use blade.
Oh, okay. So do you feel that it's faster than the Thrasher?
And I don't think it's faster. I don't think it's faster than blade, but I feel like it's definitely much more stable. Also, this is one of the tricks I was talking about, like the able tracks. This is one of them, but it's not exactly this one that I like.
Okay, yeah, I like the shortcut you can do on this one, on the first corner.
This is the thing I was talking about. Most of these fences are so heavy in the gates. When you do it properly, it's just wonderful. And the AI always gets stuck in them. Wow.
Oh, okay, I get it, yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure if I'm on. Okay, I can continue this. Let's do it. And super heavy grades, as I mentioned. For whatever reason, this water tower is not good. I've never really seen anyone do that to a car. Whatever it was. You know, just free rotten wooden crates stop you, but the water tower doesn't.
Yeah, those crates are special.
They are so
really-
heavy. It's just
Yeah.
they're made out of steel or something. I don't know. That's why I also don't take the shortcut on the right. Because they are waiting there for me just to slow me down. Also thinking about this, you can probably cut it through the barn over there. Even though there's a fence behind it, so it'll slow me down afterwards. But like for next lap, if I lose, then I'll simulate it out.
Yeah, I believe I go through that barn, but I'm not sure if that's faster.
Just from looking into it, I think it might be faster to do it on the first lap and then just
Yeah,
clear
yeah.
the track first lap, but I'm definitely gonna do it on the last one. It's just not fair.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Safety, somehow.
Last moment, yeah.
Okay, I really hope you don't hear steam right now. That you can see. Because if so, that's just, unnecessary distraction. And I know exactly the person that just invited me to a game won't stop.
Well, we don't see the Steam overlay at
Yeah,
least.
that's something.
I don't know about the sounds though.
I forgot to turn off like notifications completely. I wanted to do that before then. Because that's like a tradition as well, that whenever I do a marathon run, which isn't as often, but whenever I do that, always just someone message me or something. Finchley Challenge. This is, I think, the worst track that I mentioned. Yeah, I really dislike this one. Especially when we play all this like amazing jumping stuff.
Yeah, this one. There's jumps and
These parts
stuff.
are, yeah, these are the worst.
Even with this car, you know, like, you still take damage.
Shortcut. Okay, amazing time roll, and I didn't this car up. It's like
That was an interesting shortcut.
and this is like, I probably hate this track even more than the very last one. This one is just terrible.
Yeah, I see. This like all the last row of the gold races I kinda don't like.
I mean, I think they are like really similar. There are two of the same ones on the same line that are just almost equally terrible. I wanted to use the car as a bump, not bump it, but like bump it to get better than I just has to brake. Stupid AI learning how to do that. Okay, this is how you speed run nowadays, just like this. You use the other AI car to push you on the roof.
Yeah, that is amazing. Oh, your car looks
Yeah, it's
looks like a boat now, honestly.
yeah, like the one that you basically draw in a picture, just do the not the flagpole, but you know what I mean, the wooden thing from it with the yeah, I'm not going once. Basically like when you have a boat, like the old ones powered by wind. And
Yeah.
they have the wooden thing coming out of it and the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just put it on the roof. And we got a boat.
Isn't that a thing on Wreckfest, maybe? I know there's plenty of things on the roofs there you can put on.
I know you have stuff like lawnmowers and things to play with, but I'm not sure if you have a boat to play with.
I mean, you can put things on the roof, like a shark.
I'm actually,
Yeah, there's like cosmetic, like.
I just never played with this, so I
Oh, okay.
So no worries, we are not losing a single race today. I'm taking even this one home. It should be fine from now on. Go to the time 1:48, and we have 6 tracks left. I think these tracks are actually super short from now on, if I remember correctly. But still, this it'll probably be a miracle if we get on the estimate with the weird bug that I don't put me at the start nowadays.
We'll see. It's hard to say. I don't remember the length of these, honestly.
I don't remember either, but like if I do just simple math and I know it's 6 tracks left, right? And
Yeah.
if we go
Usually 3 minutes or so.
that, yeah, exactly. Which, hold on, it's just something stupid. This
You
can
could
be like
be
220, right? But that's
The thing is that the last track is certainly not 3 minutes. It's a bit longer, I think.
and there's one more as well. There's another like able one which takes like 4.5 minutes or something.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, there are like some that are under 2 minutes, under 3 minutes for sure.
Like this one.
Yeah, 2 minutes though.
I think this one is pretty
Yeah,
short.
it should be for sure. Okay, that's just not good. Also, my math just betrayed me a little bit. I was thinking they're going for a 220 and then realize we have 150 and 2 hours in. So maybe we can still get like an underestimate.
Yeah, I
Which
think
would be nice, but if I go overestimate again, that'll be embarrassing.
well, you have a goal now. It's not a PB anymore, it's underestimate.
No, PB is gone, PB is definitely gone. I mean, that's the thing, like, you couldn't estimate how you think and how long will it take, but you don't really think that some kind of a glitch that never happened before will happen. Not really something you can think of.
Yeah, that's not your fault. It's just I haven't seen it as well, so.
Actually, as I said, like, I haven't seen it before up until today when I was doing T-Rust and I was just flying away from the plane. It actually happened to me once, but that was the very first time ever. Okay, I don't really remember this track at all right now, but I'll consider. This one seems complicated.
Yeah, this one has pretty interesting routes you can take, shortcuts. That are very, very risky, but very satisfying if you pull them off.
I suppose you can go in between the locks there, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna try this.
Well, actually, it's the jump. You know the jump over where you slow down. You can actually jump over the left side, kind of.
Well, I'm definitely gonna try that one. I gotta look how it like was being done because that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's. I'm not even
now
sure
I
if
know what this is. This is what I was just going to shortcut. Just to steer the fence for the next laps.
Yeah.
And this one is quite short as well.
Yeah, usually, like most of the tracks in this game are short. They're not longer than 3:30, like 3 minutes 30 seconds. Usually, they don't go over that. Usually, they're under that. So the races are not long.
I really like how I have the lowest details possible, how the trees are just literally 2D sprite just being there.
Yeah, it reminds me of Colin McRae. Oh yeah, that rock also, you know, in the inside that you hit there, that's a pretty big hazard on this track.
I think I actually, I don't know. I never really like did this track fast or something, so I don't think I've like had some big problems with this one.
I just have not so good like, memories of it because I've tried that skip and it usually doesn't work out. I'd say it's the most risky strat ever.
When I usually like watch others do the skips and just take a look at them, try them once, fail them absolutely terribly, and don't try again.
Well, you'll need to at some point.
I'm sure if I would go like for a super fast sounds, but I just really get most of it working. But this is one of the tracks that I was super proud of.
So this is your favorite?
I think it's on the second one, Saturday Seven, which is probably where this specific order goes. It's almost impossible to read. Right side of Garrison, my favorite one.
Yeah, this is the junkyard.
It actually happens to be quite a lot because the arrows there as I said, they are like readable and stuff. When you're not concentrating for it, and I actually went to the other direction once. It took me like 10 seconds to realize I'm completely away.
Yeah, you can really get lost in this.
That's pretty much the stuff with all the tracks sharing the same map. There we go.
There's actually a very good shortcut here in this track that you didn't take this lap.
And
But
I'm probably
you can go
gonna
through
learn it
that.
all because I think I did everything I need.
Okay.
Well, just tell me what it is, like approximately.
It is. Let me see. I'm trying to imagine how it looks there. Like,
Right now I'm entering like a junkyard, so
Yeah.
I suppose it's after the junkyard.
yeah. It's when the barns are when you drive past the barns.
Or can you like skip? Oh, okay, never mind. I forgot how like the defense here is.
You essentially go straight. It's hard to explain with this delay. Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I think I just like saw another potential shortcut, but at the same time, it just seems so risky again. So basically already it doesn't seem so, but it's like one of the most dangerous one in my opinion, or in my experience. You just see like a normal 90-degree camera, but before you even manage to break it down, it's clear enough. Just flying off the track.
Yeah. Actually, I'm noticing even more now that the textures can help you, like the lower textures, because there's no grass as well.
Yeah, there's all that stuff is just gone.
Yeah, so that helps a lot.
It was also like when you, once again, when you remember, if you remember the forest track that I did, then if you had like stones after that jump over the wood truck, there are stones hidden in the grass.
Yeah,
And I just sometimes hit them and just flew off, but when you actually have like the lowest details possible, then the stones are actually clearly visible because the grass is
Okay.
gone.
yeah, that's actually useful.
Oh, let me see, can I do it like this? Okay, that's a wall, I didn't know that. Never mind. Okay, I didn't discover any shortcut.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. You can go straight through that barn area wherever you want. Either left side, right side, middle, just everywhere.
I'm just surprised this works, but I'm really scared of this press reset right now. That is a very bad position.
Well, now it's you know it worked because the lap.
I know it works, that the lap counted, but like at the same time, if I just actually need to reset, or I can just have a reset, I can forget about that.
Yeah, it's not that bad. You can actually avoid hitting something like that, because considering you can press reset before hitting a wall, for example, right?
Oh, right. Oh, so okay, that's smart.
You can
Let
use
me
it to
try.
avoid some crashing or something.
Okay, it actually works. That's amazing. I should have known that. Like, oh, that could have saved me so much trouble and stuff. Now this should work, right? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this like the outsides. That one is risky, but it worked. Yeah.
Okay, so I have approximately 10 minutes to finish this up.
Yeah, that sounds pretty possible.
It'll be close. I think it'll be close for sure.
Wait, isn't this the same track?
No, because that's what I said. I would be left side.
Okay, yeah.
And this is why I like confusing last time. That this one just changes and I went into a completely different track the whole time. Before I actually realized that this is in fact where I'm supposed to go.
I
Okay,
believe
that's
you
bad.
would estimate.
I was just still like thinking if I should cut it or if I should go normally. I decided to go in the middle where the tree was.
And the usual thing happens. The tree just eats you, and
I mean, I flew into the tree actually. I was just like, I wasn't sure what to do, and I was so late from inside. I'm actually surprised the water tower is still standing since the AI pushed down that thing below.
you can't actually. It can't actually fall down.
Yeah, I mean, like, the
Oh, you
things
mean
that
the
level
size?
up. Yeah. Okay, this is bad. My greatest is really standing to this point. I can't finish this as soon as possible.
I'm not sure what's the next track actually. I don't know how long would it be.
I don't remember exactly, but I think it's something super short.
Well, in that case, it works. You can stress no more.
I'm not sure though. I think it's like 3 minutes something, like 24 minutes. This one is 10 minutes, and I think we are going like exactly 14 destination. I don't know.
By the way, have you told Crofty when the timer stops?
I didn't, but I'll just let him know that once
Okay.
we enter the final race.
I'm still here, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Did
You aren't
didn't-
sleeping, it's enough. It's enough.
To be honest, I would imagine you could actually go to sleep.
But you don't
Oh,
have to
I
imagine.
did
You did yesterday.
Okay.
But if I end up having a quick nap, I know a better way to wake me up. Before I was just using my phone alarm, which is kind of shit. So instead, there's like this website, and it's got like this really obnoxious alarm. And it's like really loud.
Nice.
And then the next one is an hour 50 long. So
Yeah, it's okay. I can do this for 3 hours.
Like, what was the longest run actually so far?
Like mine. No, the marathon.
I think it's timed. It's timed between this and Pro Street.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would say like any percent is maybe not as enjoyable to watch. Especially because the first like bronze is like a bit boring, and then everybody leaves, and then
Yeah, I would definitely like go with just gold races if I had more experience with it, but as I said, I just not really good with them. Meanwhile with bronze, I just wasted quite some time in that already.
the gold races are, I believe, about.
So I can tell for sure that this will, I was actually rewatching yesterday, race, like like, this will be longer than plus 3, because 7 to 7 it took like roughly 2 hours, this will be 2 hours and 10 minutes approximately. Definitely.
I actually dislike this track as well.
Yeah, this one and the last one, they are just, this one's okay compared to the last one. this drop specifically is just no. Especially with blade that just used to be suspension killer.
Yeah. But when I think about it, isn't this another reverse track from Silver?
Not sure.
I believe
I
it.
don't think I saw this layout like before.
Oh no, it's not. The end part is, but
Yeah, that one's
first-
the. Actually, I know what you mean. It looks very similar to the 5-lap one in Silver.
yeah, exactly.
But that's just it doesn't connect and it goes on a whole other track. Not sure if the last one is like middle because there's like an overpath or something, but I actually think that's like that's in the middle tracks. There's not that much of them, honestly. Like it is definitely more diverse than the second part since the 80% there it takes 7 hours and basically you get the same tracks there. You got like you know, let's say you got 50 tracks in the game and you play the 50 tracks for 7 hours and the only thing that changes is the amount of laps you can put on.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed that the any percent is so long.
It's incredibly long. It's also incredibly boring. I can't
Like,
stand it.
how long does it take if you casually like play the game? It's like an
Uh,
RPG or something.
I mean, there are
30 hours.
there are 2 runs of people who like did it semi-casually. They said like they did a blind race. One of them it took slightly over 8 hours. The other did 9 hours. Like,
Oh,
7
okay.
minutes.
Not that bad. I was like, it sounds so much like so much more on paper.
It's a racing game. Like honestly, there's just and especially in like FlatOut where there's just the car selection. You know, it doesn't change much and stuff. Yeah, and this is not that. This is definitely overestimated, by the way. Overestimated. Sorry, underestimated.
Well, yeah.
If the glitch didn't happen, it definitely would have been.
So yeah, this is the worst track in the game, probably.
Definitely.
Maybe not like that it's like badly designed or anything, but from a speed running,
If you can't go fast,
Perspective.
it's a good jump and stuff. It just
yeah.
screws you up. This jump again. What's finger?
This is only the beginning. There's a bigger jump later on.
Okay, that's not how you want to take that.
Yeah.
Oh, and yeah, just once I've in this race, you know, the 4th lap, then it's minus 35.
It's
So races or
Right as I finish, like, then it's just done.
yeah.
wasn't it like something to do when okay.
No, I think it's just like when you finish the race stuff, like when you finish the game and you finish both classes. Well,
Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense. There's no reason to like even time it.
yeah, that's the
And-
thing. This is
Why would you time it when?
like anything good. I mean, it's better than my first ever round, but that was also something that I didn't even win all the races, so not much to compete with. That was like 2 hours and 18 minutes, I think. And it was also like the because in both FlatOut 1 and FlatOut 2 I both played them like years ago. But that was still when I introduced to them, which are sadly lost for quite some time now. So I just got the games on Steam again. And I just started playing them again, so basically that first round was me replaying the game again after years without having any knowledge of silver or cold cards again. That's something to do as well.
So what cars did you pick then?
I think I actually went with the same I did like MRGU.
Oh, okay.
Except it was maybe the starting part was still a grinder because yeah, because we still were using it back then. It wasn't the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I urged you. It just gave me the overestimated run of this marathon. It's actually at 2 level already. Probably would have been under even if the weird glitch bug didn't happen. I don't know.
We'll see.
I mean, there's still a lot to go.
Yeah.
I was run further in game, plus the restart. It just takes some time as well and stuff, but still probably wouldn't have been it. Also, you can see that the cars, I was just flying into props everywhere, but the car is just completely destroyed at this point. It's annihilated.
This is the worst condition it can be, I think. Every corner you take, your car just bounces. It's
I like
annoying.
how the trunk is not even trunk at this point. It's just, I mean, the rear bumper, it's just somehow blended into the car. Oh, don't tell me.
Alright, you.
I'll just do it anyway. Hold on, I'm actually going to lose this because of the... Holy shit. No. This is so fucking bad. Okay, those two cars in the air are slow. I'm actually fifth. This is so bad. Don't tell me I just choked it like this. This can't be real, come on. No, hold on. I got this. Don't saw it. I got this. Even though the car is absolutely destroyed, I got this. This ending has to be cuttable. I know it is.
It is, yeah.
Maybe not like this, but okay. That's just. The game is actually the game is very fun, but this one specific track is annoying as hell.
It's just, it requires like
Just
constant
when
concentration.
it's
Not
just
like,
so dependent on this bomb position, honestly, when it's like out of track. It wasn't even like a big cut, so I'm kind of surprised it wasn't counted by positions. But like, it wasn't, so I had to restart anyway, so just... And it's just 4 more minutes of struggle. It's actually something
Hard.
funny about like my marathon runs. Because as I said, I don't really take parts in marathons often. But there's been this one game for PSP called Wipeout Pure. And every single time I signed up with it into a marathon, it always ended up being my worst ever run, even worse than my first ever run. And right now, with FlatOut, what we're doing,
no.
this might be actually worse than my first ever run.
There's still a way to go to that. 218.
I mean, it was like 218, 21 or something, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. It definitely was like enjoyable, that's for sure. I don't even care about the time at this point. And I can't even say I'm like screwing up the schedule somehow terribly because we're basically, you know what, actually we started like 40 minutes earlier, so I this point we are on like 130 in the
Yeah, maybe just do another. Just do all gold races. Yeah. So.
We are actually on
I would be so happy about it, watching for another hour.
It's out there, I don't have like anything else to. Maybe I can if I have enough time, I just let the credits roll in and then I can show some of the proper stuff here, the stunts and like that. Which by the way, there's a 100% very good on SRC, but the rules there actually you can roll submit them around.
Yeah, I never thought it's a good idea to maybe if it's a separate thing that you do only the bonus stuff but not 100%.
Actually, there's a thing that they say like in the rules right now that you need to be first on like all the stunts. But then you got the clown event which doesn't have no standings, it just
Exactly,
has
yeah.
cash reward.
Maybe they can think of something like you just hit something and you win.
Yeah, like that was the plan originally, but like honestly, I know
Yeah,
usually you have 100% like categories, but I just don't need them for this point. Like, it doesn't even track your progress. You can finish first every time, and it will just give you cash, but it won't give you like the first place even in a like betting display.
Yeah.
So that would be my exception to the problem. I just did it everything. No one even ran it so far. But I can show it just for the sake of it if we have enough time.
Well, this time
Okay.
you're almost lapping them, so it's a bit better.
Yeah, we Crofty, just prepare to stop the timer.
Yeah, I'm ready.
There we go.
Okay, good job.
I'll just
Nice.
put the
That's not
server now and let like the
Fun-
credits roll and
fun,
stuff because I think it's nice they actually show like they show how the game was made basically. It's different states of it.
Oh, that's cool. 2:17:28 on my end.
That's better than my first run ever.
Yeah, so if you want to compare that to what's the world record? It's 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, 2 hours, 1 minute or something, right? Not sure. But honestly, some of the stuff they show in the credits looks better than in the final game.
The final game, yeah.
Like some of the
For whatever
cars.
reason, I absolutely love this part. Like,
Also, the music is very good.
yeah, the music is. I love the song in these credits. But I also can like notice the different font in here and stuff. That's like something I don't really like. In here, for example. I just think the UI in the final game looks better.
But yeah, it's really it's a good looking game for 2004, really, and all the destruction. And
I can actually turn back on all the details so you can just see the difference. There it is, the bugware FlatOut.
well, GG.
Yeah.
It's really good to see that this game is becoming more active, and there are more runners now than ever. And
It definitely gained like interest people in the last few months and stuff.
yeah, that's really good to hear.
Good. All right. Yeah. There isn't much more to that. I mean, you guys can, wrap it up. just say what you want to, then we can send this off and switch over to CMR. So you guys just say what you want, and then we'll head this off.
Okay.
I just show one video of the game just so you can see this is how the game looks with the details back on the game. You can see that there's grass and bed and grass and everything is just that was just for the showcase because as I said this was with lowest details possible.
If you have any interest in running this game, you can check out the speedrun.com page for FlatOut. There are resources, guides. Well, not guides, but resources. All you need to start running the game. I would suggest you start with all bronze, all silver, all gold. Those are a lot shorter, and you can learn the tracks that way. But yeah. Overall, thank you for having me, and thank you for the opportunity for FlatOut to be in a marathon.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I guess we'll just send it off there. Alright.